Just doing this video for, I'm always asking people questions in their comments and stuff. And a couple of them got back with me and asked me to put up a video of what I got. So here we go. Just started doing this planting thing last spring, I guess. Some of the stuff I've had a couple of years. Some of it's, fairly new. Like my fuyu right here is a fuyu persimmon. I planted it last September. About 6 feet, 6.5 feet tall. I bought it. It actually cost me a little bit of money. Wasn't bad, but a little more than I wanted to spend. But I really wanted a fuyu persimmon. I know I live down here in Florida. We get wild persimmons. They're pretty good. And so I forgot to try me a fuyu. And I bought this. It had fruit on it. They were really good. Before I put it in the ground, I butchered it. I cut that branch off there. This is the natural top. I never cut the top. And then I cut that branch off there, and then any branches that were down below. Then there's a couple that were right through here, and there was one that was growing out right there. I cut it. There's actually, I think, 2 there. There's like 4 little cluster of branches right here, and I cut them off. Left that one and that one. I cut the tip off of that one, tip off of that one, and then this is the natural stock. I didn't cut it, just been letting it go. And then I cut a bunch off the sides on the way down. Then I put it in the ground. I did this air layer when these buds first started to turn green and act like they were gonna open up. Put this air layer on there. Been on here for a little while now. I'm just gonna let it go. Nothing growing below it yet, but everything above it seems to be doing good, so keep my fingers crossed. I got that from Lead Farmer 73. Let's see what happens, man. That's the first of them. Right here I got a loquat. Planted from seed. About 2 years old. Now I got a long time yet before it gets fruit, but it is what it is. Brown turkey fig. Little fig right there. There's I grew that from cutting. Another brown turkey fig. Same thing. Grew it from the cutting. Actually, both of these were cut from the same tree and grew in the same pot together until I planted them. No fruit on that one yet, but there will be, I'm sure. This is the mama. This is the brown turkey fig that I originally purchased. She'll never get no taller though. She just basically does that. It's about her thing. We'll see what happens. She's been in the ground. This will be her third year in the ground. It's her third spring. It was the first plant I planted on my land when we bought it. This is a Florida King peach tree. About 4 feet tall. Got a little graft over there, a little experiment. I got my Mayhaw. That's a Mayhaw Super Thorn. That's a Mayhaw Natural. I bought these from a nursery. Put them in the ground last April. I've been here almost a year now. Rosemary. This right here is a Barbados cherry. I don't know much about them, but they were good. There was some on fruits on it when I bought it. So I tried them. Yeah, take that home. The guy was actually having a blowout clearance sale going out of business. I'll tell the rest of the story in a little bit. And here's another. This is called a Florida Delicious peach tree. I live right up the road from UF. And this is one of the trees that they grow real low chill hours. Really low chill hours on those. Another fuyu persimmon. This one I bought when I bought a couple other ones. I got that one for $10. The garden, corn, got tomatoes back there, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, onions down this side, bell peppers, a Carolina Reaper, and a jalapeno. go on the journey to the other, walk through my livestock area here. Golly. The dog's always messing with the chickens. I hear my ducks. These are my compost piles. This is my hay and stuff like that, yard scrap and leaves. I just throw them in that pile. This pile right here is my house waste and chicken compost. My chicken pen's right behind there. I can move that pallet, and when I clean it out, I just throw it all right here. Then up above it, I have rabbit cages, and then when the rabbits do their thing, it just falls right into my pile. I got my ducks on the end down here, and then the little pallet, all their stuff falls down in there, and then I open the door on the side, scrape it all out, and throw it in my hot pile. Hot pile and cold piles, how I look at it. And then I got a tangerine tree. Sorry about that. Sorry about my finger. Got a tangerine tree. About 2 years old. It has never had any fruit on it. I'm gonna do some grafting. I'm gonna put some. I got a buddy that's got some Robinson. I think they're Robinson tangerines. I know they're Robinsons. I'm gonna do some grafting on this. It's never had any fruit. And then a little walk. My other tangerine. This is called a Dancy Sour. She's got a lot of little flowers and buds and a whole bunch of little fruits on her. Hopefully she keeps most of them. I'm sure a lot of them will end up falling off. But it's not about now, it's about later. I'm planting these for later on, future, not right today. Banana tree. When I got it, I had a little thing on there like it was trying to make fruit, and then I planted it and it fell off. And a lot of people told me I should have cut it back, but I didn't. I just let it grow all winter. We'll see what happens. And over there, this is a hole I dug. So I've got some trees coming, so I was getting my ground ready. That's when I decided, hey, let me shoot that video for those couple people that asked. But yeah, I'm getting my holes dug so I can get the ground prepped and ready for my new trees that are coming. Got some apples. Apples coming. A couple apple trees. So I got that one there and this over here. Then we go over here. There's another fugu. Guy had it going, like I was saying earlier, so I'll tell you the rest of the story. Guy was going out of business. And he had some persimmons and fugu. He had a bunch of stuff. Barbados cherries, citrus trees, whatever. He had a bunch of them. Well, he was selling these for $10. I got them last September. Well, I'm gonna say, probably October. Maybe early November. But I'm pretty sure it was last October. I bought these. They were $10 a piece. I bought a few, gave a couple away. This is the only one he had. This here is a Makiwa Jiro cinnamon. They had a couple fruits on it when I bought it. We cut them open. They were really good. They're more of a red than an orange, and they look like somebody just sprinkled cinnamon on the inside of them. They have these little brown spots. So it's all good. Everything's working out. And then right over there, I got a little Florida red cypress. And then I have another spot over here, just a little itty bitty hole. And, what I do is during the week, I work pretty weird hours, so I always start a little hole and kind of lay out in my head where my plants are going to be. So that'll be an apple tree there, and then I'm going to finish this hole and get it prepped, and there'll be another apple tree. But we'll go back to this persimmon. I didn't finish everything on that. I don't know if it's the type or what, but if you notice, this one here is doing a lot better. It's a lot leafier. It's a lot more established than the others, and I don't know if it's because of the way I planted it and what I've been doing. But this one here, sorry about that pause there. The neighbor was yelling something. But I did the old Lead Farmer 73 chicken salad. I took chicken stuff right out of the coop, mixed it with a little bit of mulch, and I put it in the ground. I don't know if that's what did it or what, but, and another thing I've been doing is right there, I've been burying our leftover waste from our livestock, and anybody that's on a homestead knows what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna get too much into it other than that. That's where I bury my leftover waste. And I don't know, maybe that's why this thing's just doing like it does. I'll take another little walk here. These things back here are one of the things that amazes me. Always have, probably always will. Good little walk, sorry. Sorry for being slow. But it's also spring in Florida, I've got to be observant of what might be laying on the ground. These are blackberries, about 6 foot wide, probably some of them 4, 5, 6 foot tall, depending on where they're at. But they start right here. They go all the way down my back fence line, real deep and wide, just everywhere. Bees all over them. I'm allergic to bees, so I love coming back here and looking at them and seeing how the blackberries are doing, but I also stay vigilant and I stay cautious. But I have learned in my time, there's one right there. See them flying out. But, you don't, not long, I leave them alone. And they seem to leave me alone. I'm actually gonna get a little more dangerous here pretty soon. But yeah, they go right to that corner, and there's a couple past it, like over here and stuff. Then I got these Florida oaks. I can't remember exactly what kind of oaks they are, but they're oaks. I'm gonna be cutting these out. And I'm gonna put a bee box right here, and see if I can get me a little bee thing going. And this is the back half of our land that's outside the fence. This is gonna be our future hog pen right here. So we're gonna start putting our pigs. And over here, right here I got my chestnut, my little chestnut. That was given to me by a friend. It was a cutting. And I managed to got it last summer and put it in the ground, put it in a pot, nurtured it, did everything. And there he is. Got my little chestnut tree. Really excited about that. Really excited to see what that turns into. I'm taking another little walk. I try not to put my stuff in too much of groves or straight lines. I plant them around the property, different places. It's kind of hard to see because of all the stuff it's blending into. They're loquat. That's actually a baby off of a big tree that produces fruit. There's another little pup from the same loquat, and then another pup from the same loquat. A friend of mine has huge 30-year-old loquats around his house, and these are the little babies that were growing up around the bottom of it. I just dug them up, brought them home. It's another one about 2 years old. Grew it from seed. Sure I got a while before it produces any fruit. And of course I got elephant ears. This is a night blooming jasmine. I put it right outside my bedroom window. So in the spring and fall and winter, windows are open, you get that wonderful smell. I'm just waiting for it to get old enough and big enough to flower. I don't know what this thing is called. It's a huge bush. It was here when we bought the place. And here not too long from now, it'll have big white, I think some purple and some pink flowers on it. It's huge. It's been here a long time. It was here when we bought the place, and the people we bought it from said it was here the whole time they lived here. So I'm not really sure what it is. And this is my wife's little garden. got some dragon's breath, and I forget what all this stuff is called. We got some knockout roses and some other things. And we got a wisteria. I'm gonna try and grow that up and make a nice little wisteria tree. And then that right there is a mulberry. And this is a, have no clue. Get close to it. Maybe somebody can tell me what it is. I don't know. I went to a place and they had a bunch of cuttings for sale, or not for sale, they were giving away a bunch of cuttings. And that's one of them, I don't know. And the guy said he didn't know what all of it was. So, this is my tomato plant. It's a good story to that. It was a Cherokee tomato, them ugly purple tomatoes they're really good, but they're kind of ugly. I had it planted in a pot next to a cherry tomato, and they cross-pollinated or whatever, and this is a baby off of them. Actually grows these nice little cherry tomatoes, but they're, look down there, a couple of them fell on the ground. They're nice, almost a purple. They're real nice tomatoes over there, delicious. And this thing is out of control. I've probably already gotten 100 off of it, and there's probably another couple hundred to go. And that thing is off, but it's been in the ground. This will be its 3rd year. I've never cut it back, never done nothing with it. I just let winter happen and let it do what it does, and then every spring it comes back. So these are my pomegranates. I got 4 of them. This was in that bag of cuttings that I got. I didn't know what some of them were, but he knew what some of them were. And these were the pomegranates. I'm about to finish up here. And then this is the last one. This is my fig. Actually, here's one of them cherry tomatoes. Was actually, some of them are almost black, and some of them are real dark purple. Some of them are just like cherry tomatoes, but they are delicious. This is a fig. It's called a Little Ruby. It's a dwarf fig. My plans with this is I got it last fall. I'm gonna root prune it right here, cut it in half. And then put this half in that pot that my daughter painted for me and put it in the house, and then I'll put this other half in the ground. But if anybody's got any questions or comments, leave them in the box below. Thank you.